we have a lot of stories. The holiday is over, so now the newspapers and the various online portals are back in business. And so we start with the Daily Graphic.
All right, front page of the Daily Graphic. Mahama touts Ghana's successes at UN General Assembly, and well, the president in a beautiful smock over there. MPC chairman moderates crossfire at editorial confab among political parties. And let's confront our past. First female MP admonishes Ghanaians. And on the back page of the Daily Graphic, Hats Kotoko draw 2-2 in peace match, and comes along with some photos of the match. Center spread of today's edition of the Daily Graphic. Developing an economy through tourism, lessons from Washington DC. Wow. And there's a photo of the Brie Garden and the Elmina Castle, well, according to the story, wasting away. And it's quite a lengthy one. You can read it in today's edition of the Daily Graphic. And banks squeeze credit to private sector. That's in the graphic business. And let's have elections devoid of violence. Persons with disability appeal to political parties. Cocoa Board to address challenges facing cocoa production. There's a lot more in today's edition of the Daily Graphic. Roland.
Okay, so we also have front page of the Daily Guide here. Mahama shares cash for votes, and then we also have she's my girlfriend, says fire officer. So that's the other angle. But we're discussing the issue of sexual assault, but also provocations. You know, the African or Ghanaian men, we tend to do certain things either in the office or at the homes of women, etc. And we think that whatever actions they take connotes that the so-called have said yes to us. I mean, really, if you give woman pressure small, where you say no, like, I mean, what sign would you see to determine whether the person is saying yes or no, or how far can you go with some of the provocative things that we say as men to our women in the offices, at the workplaces, or in the house, etc. Is that the best way to go? And so we'll be delving deep into this very subject, but also on the current controversy, whether the legal side to saying that you are put it together as a good self-defense against sexual assault, and what does the law say about it? So please make sure that you stay tuned. We'll have a lot more for it. And then Bawumia dares vice president with 170 questions. And center spread, News 1 newspaper says politicians want me dead. Oh, really? Ejako joins MPP, and yesterday was a whole press conference by Ejako and his supporting actors in Kumawood in Kumasi, all for their support for the MPP and its flag bearer Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo, who is a main contender for the presidency against incumbent NDC's John Dramani Mahama. We'll see how that goes. The election is on the 7th of December. Of course, this is your election headquarters. We'll bring you a lot more details by the 9th, when at least the Electoral Commission, I'm sure, would have announced the results by then. Shaka Chaka arrives in Ghana today, and we know that we're going to have a concert in which she will be one of the lead artists from the continent.
At the Accra City Hotel.
Accra City Hotel.
Yes. So
which one is that?
It's former Novotel.
Okay.
Yeah. So front page of the Daily Dispatch. Why Indum cannot win this year. He needs over 5 million votes to place second. That will be an interesting read in the Daily Dispatch. And the art of lying in modern politics. The full story is on page 5. Results of 2012 presidential elections, just for you who may want to refresh your memory. And well, center spread. What does it say? Well, it's an advertisement, so let's just do this. Obeda Samoa on the AFRC and Limani years, and senior journalist decries failing standards of journalism in Ghana. Safety experts call for implementation of research and best practices in injury prevention. So that's it for the Daily Dispatch today. But that story about Indum, not being able to win this year is on the second page. I'll just bring you some excerpts. The 2016 flag bearer of the Progressive People's Party, Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndom, has been campaigning to be elected as the President of the Republic of Ghana. The 2 ways for him having achieved that target is to win in the first round, that's get 50 plus votes, valid votes cast, or placing a close second to take part in the December 28, 2016 presidential runoff with the candidate who placed first. In the 2012 presidential elections, as per the chart on the front page, Dr. Ndom placed third with 0.5% of valid votes cast. That's 64,326 votes. And well, it goes on and on about why he may not be able to be the president in the next term. But you can pick it, the Daily Dispatch, and read more details.
We have the new crusading guy. It has on the front page Baumiada's government to respond to his lecture. And then we also have nurses go wild stage demo today. I will restore your allowances. The Kufuor assures nursing and teacher trainees, and we know that is one of the focus of his campaign. That is, if he becomes the president of the Republic of Ghana after the December elections, those allowances that have been abolished by the NDC administration will be restored to various members or students of the training colleges, nursing and teacher training colleges. Let's look at this. The Daily Statesman has a story. Kufuor can offer superior leadership. Ghana now a hopeless state. Ejako launches agenda 57% for Kufuor. And then we have other stories on the front page of the Daily Statesman.
Let's do the New Independent. Ejako endorses Nanado, cites economic hardships as grounds for decision. Chief of Staff chastises NPP. Ghana is not broke, Tepe tells journalists. We have a task to achieve excellence, according to Mahama Asiedu Nketia Black's MPP. And, well, you may want to do that today before we move to the business newspapers.
I'll do that today in the Ghanaian Times.
Right, sure.
And then, have we done the BNFT?
No.
Okay, so you do the BNFT in addition.
All right.
Dispatch now.
Yes, I have.
More number from
yeah.
Okay, so we have the Today newspaper. Alban rise importation, but the other main story we have on the front page is Professor Ade touts Ndom Nana leadership credentials. It means the other ones and the main contender. And then we have other stories there as well. But let's do the Ghanaian Times. Ghanaian Times has on the front page, poll will be free, fair, president assures at the UN General Assembly. We know that he's attending that very summit. Yesterday he gave an address, and I should say the content of the address was very good, on point, solid, targeted for the international community, really very statesman-like, and congratulations to the president on that very address to the UN General Assembly. We also have Tepe warns colleagues, man charged for sprinkling liquid on president, and Cocoa Bar secures $1.8 billion for cocoa purchases. For those of us who are into agriculture, this is very crucial. When we become great cocoa farmers, you will see what we can do. Back page, Yakubu Azuri, not Manasseh, win 29th million marathon, and then Hearts caught a draw in peace match. Why they completed a league? They can draw and lose against each other. Yeah, mine.
All right, on the front page of the Business Finder, Ghana's inflation doubles in 4 years. Government poor policies to blame. Comes along with a photo of Dr. Abdul Nashiru Isaku, Governor Bank of Ghana, and Seth Tepe, Minister of Finance. And stock markets, only 3 out of 36 firms post growth. Wow, 3 out of 36 firms post growth. Well, that's interesting. And the center spread of the Business Finder. NIB supports a Sogri Educational Fund. Kwapa Coco approves bonuses for members. Let's do the BNFT. Front page, lack of regulatory body hinders cashew sector. Ghana losing out on $70 billion organic agric market. Back page, power challenges. We are not safe yet. That's according to our Trim, who is the former Volta River Authority boss, and he said the country is not home and dry as far as the power supply situation is concerned. And TTL Capital unveils mutual fund. Right, that'll be it for the BNFT. Let's do some online portals now.
So we go to myjoyonline.com and we start, Benes, with the subject of dirty diesel.
Dirty diesel poses invisible health crisis. Well, it was always going to be difficult to hear a constructive discussion over issues that hurt people's interest, and a lot more details about that. We know this story has been going on, and Baumia pushes for government response to his lecture on economy. Interesting. The vice president said one campaign platform or one rally, one response, but Dr. Baumia is pushing for a response. UN, don't force democracy in Africa, make room for mistakes, according to President Mahama in his address to the UN General Assembly. And also on that same address, okay, let's do this first. No directive has been given to halt ECG privatization activities. That's according to MIDA. We brought you the story earlier in the news. UN Mahama calls on US to fully lift blockade on Cuba, and government must halt bus rapid transport implementation. That's according to Asuma Banda. Wow. Okay.
Why should government halt it?
Let's go back to that story. Business magnate Raja. Asuma Banda is charging government to immediately halt the implementation of the bus rapid transport. If we can go to that story, because this does not give us the reason. Okay. Mr. Banda said until the concerns raised by some transport operators who are likely to be affected by the system are addressed, the BRT must be put on hold. The BRT is aimed at providing cheaper, rapid, and more convenient means of transport for especially the middle and lower class. Speaking with Joy Business, Alaji Banda said the unemployment situation in the country would be exacerbated if government doesn't review its current implementation plan. All right, so he goes on and on about it. You can get onto myjoyonline.com and read the rest of the details of that story. But we had a conversation with the managers of this system, and well, they claim they are ready. They claim that they've been having discussions with some of these transport owners, and so they don't know why this is coming up now, but they hope to resolve it. They're actually having a press conference today, Thursday, he mentioned, so we'll bring you details of that shortly. We can go back and pick the rest of the headlines on my journal. Okay, let's do CTFM Online. Nurses, midwives, trainees, a massive demo today. Don't shut your doors over terrorism. Mahama to Western leaders. And Africa needs fairness in trade, not sympathy. And December polls will consolidate Ghana's democracy. That's according to President Mahama. Let's get onto the BBC Africa page and bring you some stories from the other parts of the continent. Britain, the European Union and the World Bank announced a $500 million plan to build 2 industrial parks to help provide work for refugees. Okay, so there's a plan to create 100,000 jobs in Ethiopia. Zimbabwean flag abusers face jail, and DNA hints at earlier exodus from Africa. Africa highlights Ethiopia hits out at US dissidents, violence rocks Johannesburg, and Egypt migrant boat capsized, kills many, and Eto dropped over racism comments. Well, oil export starts at seized Libyan site, and news chief sacked over interview gaffe. Oh wow, interesting. Someone has lost his job over a mistake.
So we're done.
Yeah.
And we have to say a very good morning to you. Antoinette, you are in Romford, United Kingdom. A very good morning to you from the show. And also Michael Lamanin, you also in the United Kingdom. We say a very good morning. You guys are ardent watchers of the show. My very good friend Ifwa.
Yes, Michael. Thank you so much for watching.
Ifwa, love to you.
All right, that's it
for Michael.
That's it for the newspapers, and we'll enjoy my case today, please. We'll be right back. Benedict is standing by with the latest updates.
A chilled Coke. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Benedict is standing by with the latest updates in the world of sports. Please don't worry, we'll be right back.